Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. It's Friday, the 16th of May, 2025. Let's talk about the ramifications of the rearrangement of VDM with Iyabo. I know he was rearranged for the Tonto, Sam Clef, Iyabo, and others. I don't know who those others are. But there's been some ramifications, and I want to analyze it for you. I'm a retired journalist, retired pharmacist, and a PR specialist. I'm going to take it from the angle of PR because I'm still a public relations specialist. At the end of the day, most of the videos I'm doing now is just analyzing things. Okay, it could be news, it could be information, whatever it is. At the end of the day, like I said, it could be anything. So in this case, I'm going to be talking about the ramifications of what I've seen on social media on my video yesterday. A lot of people are fans of VDM, a lot of Gen Zs, a lot of young people, a lot of youth. Those same youth are also fans of Priscilla. Priscilla Ojo is Iyabo Ojo's daughter, the one that just had 7 weddings and an 8th one next week in Tanzania. However, many of those fans were writing on my YouTube comments that they're unfollowing Jux right away because they spent a lot of time and money voting for him. Now, I wasn't sure what they were talking about initially with the voting thing. And then I realized it was the headies. You had to vote for the best East African artist and other, nominees there. And at the end of the day, I say Juma has done a great job promoting himself. Yeah, some people have already dragged him and Priscilla, saying that they just used Juma just used the marriage to Priscilla to promote his music. Look, at the end of the day, they're in love. They fell in love. They got married, and like Priscilla said, my own story will be different. And if it means promoting music at the same time, it doesn't harm anybody. She's already answered that person that tweeted her. However, in public relations, there's a concept called marketing. And marketing and crisis intervention go hand in hand. They intertwine. By the way, I will be 29 years next month. I graduated in June of 1996 from Goucher College School of Public Relations, the former School of Public Relations. They don't do PR anymore in that school. It's a prominent university in Baltimore. So I've done a lot of music publicity for music artists, very famous ones too. I even made them famous, okay? So at the end of the day, people, what I'm saying to you is that how does this affect Juma Jux? This case with VDM and Iyabo Ojo. First, I suggested Iyabo drop the case and move on because Iyabo herself bullied VDM. Okay, bullied him by posting a pornography video for a day on her platform, masturbating. She knew that they'll take her page down. That's why she took it down, but she let people see it. It's embarrassing and shaming people. She did it with me. She posted my PTSD video, and she calls me PTSD Isonu, which her fans also call me. She programs her fans to what they will say because she knows the power to control them. At the end of the day, Iyabo also wrote a letter, to VDM, an open letter to his mother, referencing his mother. One thing many people don't like about Iyabo is that Iyabo always drags mothers, children, and family into it. Do you remember when she actually wrote an open letter to my children saying that they should come and beg her for money for my medication and my food and all these different things? She didn't think my children would answer. One of my children is autistic. One of them is, missing for 23 years. I have not seen my second child since 2003. I've told you that story. And my third one is the music artist, Rich KJT. Rich KJT answered Iyabo, and really that tweet went viral. I mean, he hit her hard. So it's like, stop dragging people's children into your problem. She dragged VDM's mother and said things about her. And I feel that tit for tat has happened and Iyabo should drop the case. Why am I saying this? It's going to affect her PR-wise, okay? If I were Iyabo's publicist, her movie sales might cut. People are saying they're unfollowing Juma, they're unfollowing Priscilla, they're unfollowing Iyabo, they're doing this and that. You can't be fans of everybody. You have to stand firm on who you're going to support. Now, that's not to say you should be unfollowing people, okay? I don't like Davido. Davido said I should go and all my pussy is rusty down there. Many of you now came back 5 years later, or is it 6 years, 2018? It's actually 7 years later. Now you've heard that I was sexually assaulted by over 20 men at 13. And I'm seeing you guys now commenting saying, no wonder that Davido tweet hits hard to Dr. Kemi. You don't know what my pussy has been through. You don't know what I went through, but you just come and say something. It's an insult to start with, You're rusty down there going all your pussy and all that. At the end of the day, one has to be very careful. There are fans of Davido and they're fans of Dr. Kemi. And none of those fans, many of them are saying, I can't unfollow Davido and I can't unfollow Dr. Kemi. I love you both. So that's what I'm trying to tell the rattles. Okay, you can still be Iyabo's fan or Jux fan at the same time. Rattle King's fan, VDM. But for the PR side of it, I wanted to let you know the analysis of it. Juma is going to lose fans. Priscilla is going to lose fans, even Iyabo. Because some of the VDM fans are very diehard, okay? Iyabo should drop the case against VDM and let everybody move on, okay? I used to drag Iyabo a lot because of what she did, her role in my Port Harcourt arrest. And I dragged her. I did a whole 10-series documentary. It's on this page. It's just that most of you don't feel like watching it. It's there, okay? And after she apologized to me September of 2019, she came around 2023 and then turned on me again because I was advocating for the arrest of Wumi. So it's very good that I did not write my book, because if I had written my book and said, Iyabo apologized, then we'll start again. You saw the Insta blog post. Kemi and Iyabo resumed dragging each other. So that's when you call people snakes, because you don't know who they are. And that's what Lizzie Anjorin calls Iyabo, a snake. So at the end of the day, the analysis I'm giving you right now is that her movie, Labake Olododo, is going to suffer a few because of this case. VDM was rearranged. And let me say this to you. There's an agenda to bring VDM completely down, okay? This is the reason why Iyabo should go and drop her case. I'll talk about Tonto in another video. Reason is because if they're going to go ahead and prosecute this case, okay, it can actually send VDM, okay, to prison for some time, okay? The dynamics of this case, which you guys didn't hear in the courtroom yesterday, was that, first of all, Nigeria has a history of, cases are never prosecuted for years. Okay, that's one. He was arrested in May of last year. He was given bail in June, 10 million. He made the bail and has been free. Why Kaede Egbetokun, the IGP, wanted a rearrangement does not make sense, okay? IGP Egbetokun, what he did was, when they rearranged him, okay, there was no reason to do that. And when they did rearrange him, the police prosecutor wanted them to sentence to remand him in prison. VDM's lawyers asked for the same bail condition to be placed on him. He hasn't done anything wrong, and he has not violated his bail conditions. And that's what they asked for. Okay, can we keep our 10 million naira bail and keep VDM out of the jail? And Justice Okoye, no relationship to Paulo, by the way, Justice Okoye said it's okay. If Justice Okoye has said no, then VDM will be in prison as I'm speaking right now. Okay, they want to be really wicked to this young man, and they're not going to succeed. Kaede will Osumi for Kaede. Honestly, I want to man control any presidency. At the end of the day, to wrap up my video, you can see clearly that they wanted to stick it with him, and that justice was very kind to let him keep the same bail conditions, and that's why he's out on bail again. The trial will start in July. Iyabo is not good for your rep. It's going to affect your daughter, Priscilla. It's going to affect Juma Jog. But it might affect if a trial goes on, because Omatuma lose it. What I said in Yoruba was that Iyabo is not good for your reputation. It's going to affect your movie sales. It's going to affect your followership. It's going to affect all these, what's it called? There's a word they use for it. Oh, God, I forgot the word. All these things you like, all this validation and acceptance stuff, okay? I don't know the word. But anyway, it's going to affect everything. And then you're going to end up losing the case, and that's going to be even worse on you. So I suggest don't try this case, okay? I'm Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media.